My name's Bobby Long and the new record's called Wishbone. It feels like a natural continuance from the last record, and I just pushed certain elements like the band thing and me playing electric, but I just want to make the music that I want to make, you know. I don't want to be held down by trying to make something that I've already made. That to me sounds really boring, and I want to keep pushing myself, and I wanted to do things a little bit differently. So, you know, and I'm not just some acoustic singer-songwriter guy. I want to be in a band, and I want to be playing electric and, you know, playing loud. There were three guys. A bass player called Chris Morrissey, who's great, and I went on tour with as well. Plays bass. Rich Hinman plays electric guitar with me, and also plays pedal steel. And then Mark Stepbro plays drums, and then we also had some mellotron on it that I played. The piano player from the Pogues plays some piano on it, which was amazing. And there's percussion and just harmonies that I did. So, but it felt more like a band than more like a band record than the last one. Yesterday I had my first rehearsal with the band, and we rehearsed new songs, and that was the first time I've played them with a band since recording them. So. But it's nice to play, and it's really nice to play them. I feel really strongly about them. 'Cause I will help you mend. I recorded in LA, a really great studio with a guy called Ted Hutt. And the first record we had no time. I was thrust into a room with a bunch of guys I didn't know, and it was an amazing experience. I love the guys I played with, and it was great for different reasons, but this time around I knew the band and we rehearsed a little bit. We did it over like 3 weeks, which is still kind of a short amount of time, I guess, to do an album. And the last time I think we did it in just under 2 weeks, and kind of 4 days here, 4 days there. But we managed to do it as a continuous thing, which really helped. You know, I think that sometimes too much time can be frustrating too, because you're just sitting around. You know, should we put some glockenspiel on track 4, which doesn't necessarily work. I've lived here for the last 3 years really, and you know, I've been on tour in Europe. I just got back from a European tour actually, and been in Australia and other places, but it kind of feels like home now, New York especially. Because I'm not from here and I'm not American, I think I perceive the place in a slightly different way. Like you know, when I moved to London and I wasn't from London, after a year I lost the romanticism a bit, and I got caught up in and I still loved it, and London's a magical, great place, but with New York I've still got that. I still feel like an outsider, and I still feel like I'm on the outside looking in, and I'm a bit of an underdog, and I think that's kind of good for a songwriter. I'm not like living on the streets and doing the Woody Guthrie train hopping thing, but I still have that element of I feel like I'm not quite supposed to be here. Legally I'm fine, I have a visa, but you know what I mean? Like, but I still feel like I have to fight and scrap, which I think is important. Writing wise, you know. Devil moon shows its face too soon, and I hope it's time. That was like the first song I wrote for the album, and then I think I wrote like 40 new songs for it, and but it started with that, with Devil Moon as like the template of what direction I, you know, wanted to go into, and that was why Devil Moon's the first song on the record really. My friend Brett Kilroe designed the whole album, and his friend Dan Winters is the world famous photographer who I've never met. He was staying at his house and he was working on it, and Dan took that picture, and which, you know, it would have cost thousands of dollars to even have him involved, or he would never have been involved with me, because he works with you know, hugely famous and people who've had long careers, so it worked out really well, and I got Dan Winters' photo on one of my albums, which is insane. Wishbone, I kind of like the imagery of it, you know, it's weird, kind of this cultural thing where you eat this bird, take apart a bit of its carcass, and then two people snap it in half, and whoever gets the larger end of it gets good luck. And I thought it's just so weird, who started that? And also I heard there's another thing to it. Whoever finds it chooses a member of the family around the dinner table to do the pulling thing with, and whoever gets the smaller end is going to die first, and whoever gets the bigger end buries them. It's like, who plays that game? It's like Russian roulette, you know.
The cat got your tongue. You lead a victory song at a quiet time.